Hey there, and welcome back to Cursed Seeds, an educational monster train series where we struggle through the toughest challenges around. In this particular episode, I was told very little. It was given to me that they could not survive the Divinity, and they would love to see how I approach this kind of a run. Okay, fair enough. This is a, let's see what, this definitely looks like a Divinity death for sure. 48k, that means some percentage of a relentless plan, probably. It means you definitely did some damage to the boss at least. And this is Soul Guard with Shade Splitter. It's not great, right? Like, it's not great. There's nothing really redeeming about this other than the fact that at least Shade Splitter is an incant that can be played on any floor, I suppose. The other consideration here is perhaps this is a forced cold channel line, so if you're shown only cold channel, dire channel at the start, that can be pretty doomed. You know, there's not much redeemable about that. You basically have to do some weird stuff to lifesteal tank with Soul Guard so that he doesn't die, because you have no easy, convenient healing otherwise. So it's not ideal, is the way I'll put it. Hopefully we don't have to do some super jank. Maybe we throw Soul Guard away and have like an alloyed construct line or something. I don't know. We'll have to see what we're shown and what makes sense for what we're doing. But there are ways to get through this. And yeah, I don't know. It's interesting. I get a lot of Soul Guard submissions, and I actually think that Soul Guard, I don't know. I don't feel like he's a bad champion once you kind of know what to do and how to address the cold channel, dire channel draw. But I definitely see people struggling with him a lot. So hopefully this will be informative for y'all. Now, let me briefly explain what's going on if you're joining us for the first time. Basically, this is a Covenant 25 run where someone playing the game, a viewer particularly, will play the game and with no mutators and will struggle and have some kind of a problem. And then they can't figure out how to win here. So what they do is they submit it to me by generating a challenge, which is 3 words conjoined like above. And I will play it on the channel and hopefully record a win and give you some kind of educational value out of it. Now, we're currently on a 41 win streak here. Our previous run was Spreading Spores Superfood. It was really bizarre. It was ultimately into a self-infused animus of will. It did work. I mean, it was effective. It got the win. Holdover Perils really kind of sealed the deal, and we had an adaptive mutation to help as well. I think I sacked a lot of Pyre Health that I wasn't really expecting to sack because of a bad draw order, and there might have been a way to improve that draw order by duplicating the perils instead of going the path I did choose. But it was because I had Pyrestone housing, right? I think I got baited by the promise of a possible additional multi-strike or something in the shop. Ended up getting something absolutely terrible, and ultimately didn't see much value on that side at all. So I don't know. Just going to the other side and duplicating perils would have been much stronger ultimately, but you never know. So, and we won anyway. So really, was it that bad? But I think that's all I've got for you here. So no real reason to dawdle. I suppose we can just go ahead and jump in. So as always, do like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. And I don't know, don't make this run too bad for me. Or maybe do. There's really two kind of polar opposites to this that I enjoy. There's the abhorrently doomed run that is just so abysmal that I spend 3 hours and narrowly squeak a victory or lose. Those are always fun. Where and then the alternative is something that's, I don't know, maybe a line that someone just didn't recognize, and I don't want to say I make it look easy, but it isn't that terrible, and those are usually fine. The ones in between that are, I don't know, not terribly difficult but a little tedious, those aren't the fun ones for me. Like, it's like, I don't know, they're not very exciting because they're not that bad, but they're also not very fun to play. So it's, I don't know, worst of both worlds, I suppose. Anyway, let's go ahead and send this and see what Soul Guard has in store. Yeah. Alright, hope you're all doing well today. It's okay over here, nothing terribly crazy to report. Just another day of Monster Train for me. Been hanging out. I actually, interestingly, I am recording this on Christmas Day, so by the time you're seeing this, I don't really give a lot of credence to the recording scheme for Cursed Seeds because I record these in between other runs. So this one is being recorded on Christmas Day and yet is being posted, I think, sometime in February. I'm really ahead on this series, actually. And I don't know. It's tricky because I could ramp up the rate at which I post runs, but it's difficult because, for instance, I say I'm recording this on Christmas Day, but at the same time, there's going to be a period in early January where I'm just not going to be able to record for, 2 weeks. And so I'm going to burn a lot of my backlog then, and I'll come back and this will be a lot tighter, right? So it's interesting. I like having the backlog prepped in advance and kind of in perpetuity just so I avoid problems with, random travel for work or for personal stuff. So anyway, it's like two months later, but we're playing Monster Train. We're having a good day of it. I had a great holiday, so hell yeah. We'll continue on with this, though. We are Exile Stygian with default Umbra. Good start, by the way. We have Double Barrel Daedalus, Curse Fell, and Sap Seraph with Flash Freeze, Space Prism, and Urchin Spines. This is great. Urchin Spines is free, untargeted, and augments any spells we draft. Space Prism is Space Prism, which is a great card. Basically a boss relic if I see intrinsic, and having a ping makes me feel really confident into the early game. Cool. Alright, I don't know, I know this person died on Divinity, but I suppose I'll check anyway. Yeah, Divinity death. Let me scroll all the way back up now, and then I have to scroll slow because I don't want it to be too jarring. If you just send the scroll wheel there, it goes really disgusting. There's like tons of screen tearing and stuff. Let's see our map. I like using the map function for this. Alright, we have a Ring 8 Temple. Good. I can pump up the shards late if needed. Alright, let's look at front. We have Ring 2 Steel Shop with a Stygian banner. It's good. Ring 2 Magic Shop with an Umbra banner, so we have choices. The Temple's on Ring 2. Dupe on Ring 3 with a Stygian banner. Interesting. And a second Merchant of Steel. Okay, do I get bodied here? I do. No mid-game Steel Shop until Ring 6, until there's a drought at Ring 4 and 5. We have a decent spread of temples throughout the run, which is good. Dupes are on 3. Ooh, a removal dupe on Ring 5. I will try very hard to take advantage of that. That's such value. And another dupe on Ring 8. So it's fine. I'll try very hard to have something good for the removal dupe. Basically, you want to be duping your carry unit or some really important spell or something, and also removing bad cards. This is humongous value. Probably the most valuable node combo you can see. It's why I talk about them a lot. It's not bad overall. Let's look in the Horde first, see what we're shown. It's just going to be Tethys Scales. We don't see a ton of value from this right away, but I don't think the Cheater's Hand is going to matter that much. I mean, really, who knows, but I think Tethys Scales is a lot of value. 50% chance to just get double damage on any spell is really good for a lot of reasons. This can represent something like 300 damage into mini-bosses, and also provides value throughout the run, so we love it. Dark Forge. Oh, I am shown Titan Channel. I am clicking that for sure. That's good. We could now do something like Titan Channel behind an Alloyed Construct, which I have actually played recently. We could do Titan Channel and 2 Sirens, self-infused, or something like that, which we could do. Nameless Sirens are okay if I see an Armor Shark. It's interesting. I don't talk about this much, but let's look in the logbook real quick. Basically, they're the same thing. And it's really weird to think about, but if I look at uncommon units here, if you do Guardian of the Unnamed, which is an Incant Armor 2 and 10 HP, you stick that in a Nameless Siren, and you give this thing multi-strike Incant Armor 2. Think about the stat gain. It's 4 armor on an Incant, and 2 rage, which is 4 damage, but it's a little lower because it falls off, so you would say this is like 3, 4 on an Incant. If you self-infuse a Siren of the Sea, though, you get 3/3 on the Incant, which is consistent and reliable. It's really good into Chase and other things that screw your rage, or if you have no rage synergies, which we're not going to have on this run. So in this case, essentially these are the same runs. You self-infuse a Siren, or you do Guard in the Nameless Siren. Both are the same to me. So either one answers the question. You do want the Incant Armor 2 to survive top floor Divinity, assuming you play top floor Divinity, but it is pretty likely. And otherwise, basically the same run. Let's see, do I take this Horde here? I have pings, which is good. I may not draw them on the right turn. We have Soul Guard, though, on Titan Channel. I'm going to click it. And we're shown Capricious Reflection, Jackstrips, and Winged Steel. These are all good in their own way. I think Jackstrips is the least impressive, but it does make the early game and mid game quite free. You don't have to answer backlines at all, pretty much. Winged Steel's a draw relic, and this is going to provide a lot of value throughout the run. It's pretty likely I'm going to need Ember at some point because we have Curse Fell as well as, you know, I don't know. I'm expecting we're going to need to incant a crap ton, and spells are not going to be free, so Ember at some point. I could see myself taking space if I am never shown intrinsic. I think it is Winged Steel. Capricious Reflection is really good, though. Don't get me wrong. You'll always find net value here, but a draw relic is strong, and I have morsels to help me proc it. And zero-cost spells. Yeah, I mean, it has to be Winged Steel, right? Now we move on. Cool. We should be strong into this. Now we don't even see crossbow people. This is actually fairly risky. Unit trial here with clergy. I think this is possible. So this is gonna look strange. I think we take this and we play bottom floor. I don't do this very often, but it's hard to skip this, and I see the world we make it through. You do Soul Guard on bottom, single foregone power. Right, I need to be careful. I do not want to pop him out early. I want to activate him on Relentless, if possible. So sending this foregone power, I believe, is wrong. Okay. We do miss... Yeah, we missed the Collector here. Is there a trick to getting this? Don't think so. What I'm going to do is I'm going to Space Prism upstairs and play triple Train Steward here. It's a good setup. It should clip a couple of these dudes, which is good. Yeah, we play the Flash Freeze on top. Okay, we clear these units. I'm now looking to activate Soul Guard immediately. So we Space Prism on his floor, I Shade Splitter on him, play the Rubble Morsel, and we Foregone Power. Really unfortunate hitting Urchin Spines here, but it does mean we get a Flash Freeze next turn, which is kind of nice. Sure. Okay, now I'm banking on being able to beat this boss on bottom. Okay, we get absolutely blasted here. I just need Soul Guard to... If we can deal with these clergymen, I think we're very strong here. So it'll be a Shade Splitter. Let's see, 9. Alright, so here's the deal. I want to see what this looks like. Oh god, please don't leak top floor. I need to handle this. We should be okay if I... Let's see, 999 is 27. Yeah, this is a lot of incoming damage. A single ping will be value. I will put a Rubble Morsel in front, which gets an extra kill. And then I want to play a Train Steward in front. Okay, I will take the Shade Splitter. I will Flash Freeze the middle dude. And we get it. Alright, cool. It's weird. The math works out very in my favor as long as I can address these clergymen is sort of the trick here. So, yeah. And just having chump blockers take these 9s is really important. I mean, this would have been an absolute... This would have been, what? This is 34 damage to the pyre if I leaked this wave. And this is the only reason I could do this, right? Is I had reasonable confidence with my pings and morsels and train stewards that I could do this. This is a very high-risk play, but we take these. Thank you, Soul Guard. Very cool. Alright, we get the unit trial and take no damage. Big value. Energy Siphon, Mollusk Mage, Flash Freeze. I don't think I want these cards. They're hard to play on random floors. Smallest Mage is not a spell, and I have 2 flash freezes already. Ooh, these are all good. Packed Morsels keeps me flexible to Umbra strategies, which I think might... I don't know, you never know, right? I genuinely believe you should grab Morsel cards early because the commons are really strong. They're cheap and flexible. And then if you see an alloyed construct or something, you're not screwed, right? You have the ability to pivot. Although I think Prismal Dust is also good here. It's not bad. I'm going to take the Packed Morsels here, I'm pretty sure. It's just a good incant that's free and also happens to provide a lot of value both early and late. Yeah, like it. And we see a Siren, Nameless Siren. Morsel Maker, Crucible Collector. I mean, it's not an Umbra unit here, it's just Nameless Siren. Cool. We like it. Did not get the Collector, which is a little unfortunate. There is a universe where I cannot afford a multi-strike shown to me. Is there anything I would upgrade on the spell side? I mean, no. So we'll check out the Merchant of Steel, see what we're shown. I am looking for an Armor Shark here, so that I can do the infusion of Armor Shark. If we do not see an Armor Shark, it means I probably need to hunt multi-strikes to the best of my ability and play this mid-floor, which is a little annoying. It's a large stone. You hate to see it. Oh. Armor Shark. Yeah. Well, that's our line, right? Cool. Siren, Armor Shark. I'm just looking for Incant Armor 2 and a multi-strike somewhere, and an Intrinsic on a Space Prism. Genius. Okay, cool. Yeah, actually. We do not take the infusion now because 50 shards into Ring 2 is certain death, and we're much stronger without this, right? I have the Intrinsic, so I can support all 3 of these units. Yes. And that'll make us more powerful into Daedalus, and we'll take the infusion on Ring 4 most likely. Right, because I do want the removal dupe on Ring 5, which is where I get a second one, so I will infuse on Ring 4. Cool, so I chill at 25 shards here. It's not too high, but it's a little high. Sadly, no Incant Armor 2, I am not going to reroll because I'm looking at this steel shop. I need to hunt pretty hard. We just move on. Cool. Unit draft. What could they show me here that I would take? Titan Sentry? It is Titan Sentry. Now, I do take a lot of damage for this, right? I mean, it's conduits with armor. It's probably the toughest one. I don't die because I can pop out and unphase Soul Guard quickly, and we just take hits up top, and it's, you know, it's fine. We do sack Pyre health for this. Is that worth it? Just to maybe see Titan Sentry here? It's going to be a lot of damage, by the way. Yeah, it will be a sizable sum of damage. I have my line, but I wouldn't mind looking. How much is this really going to be? It's going to be the clergy plus the conduit on first wave. And let's see, 25 shards. 1 probably gets upgraded, which means I'm taking 6 plus 3. So it's 9 on turn 1. You could reason... Oh, man, we could see that 9x2, the crossbowman on floor 2 get upgraded, and he would have 15 life. So the only way I would be able to pull that off is with Flash Freeze plus a Tethys Scales hit on it. You could just lose here at 25 shards, depending on your draw. I don't think I need this unit draft that much. I would like a backline answer. Titan Sentry, really. Is that worth this risk? I don't think so. I genuinely don't think so. This is tough, because at 25 shards, there is an upgrade set that just sends you here. And it is a very narrow 50-50 on the Tethys Scales, or maybe you hit the Urshan Spines on the right turn, that enables you to survive. We do have Soul Guard punching, and then we should probably be able to get the Siren to a kill state But that does only kill 2 units, not 3. I'm probably fine to take this, I think. Yeah, it's tricky. I think we're good because we have units that can chunk. What got upgraded here? Yeah, third dude. Kind of expected it. So, Soul Guard first. And then we put the Siren in. You need to play the Space Prism now. Armor Shark comes in. Armor Shark... I mean, I should play him. Give me an attack morsel? No? Alright. Fair enough. What do we get? Okay, it's not terrible. Okay, so I'll pop out Soul Guard here every time. Let's do that first. Attack morsels. Can I get a hit if I do train? I do have Winged Steel coming up. So we should play attack morsels downstairs to trigger that for free. We get another train steward, it's fine. Is there ever a world I can get one to attack here? No. It came close, but no. Okay. I can kill one of these units. I cannot flash freeze the clergyman to death. I do kill 2. So Soul Guard punches Mr. Man in front. Great. Siren will kill second one. Cool. I value this money. I'm walking into a steel shop. I can't kill the big clergyman ever. We didn't get an upgraded foot soldier, which is also good. Huh. Yeah, okay, so I'm going to hatch on this turn. Hatch, you know what I mean. I'm going to take the money, by the way. I will trade 1 for that. It ain't pretty, but I think it's fine. I'm going to take the train steward middle at least, and I'm going to foregone power downstairs. Does not really matter. I should incant upstairs, actually. We're not going to redraw this Urchin's Mines in time, so we just take it. It's fine. Okay. Taking some hits here. Decent trade for that armor trial. Yikes. Give me a draw, please. That doesn't suck. Okay. I mean, they gave me a draw that sucked. We take another 6 here. And, you know, Soul Guard's about to die, which is not ideal. Take a Space Prism upstairs. We'll take the Shade Splitter. I mean, Damage Shield is nice. Gives me a round here. I would like very much to flash freeze either the front unit, or I can take the... I'm going to take the Infiltrator, actually. That's super correct. We'll buy time this way. We incant upstairs, take the energy middle, and then we foregone power to eventually kill this clergyman. Maybe I see more morsels, and we can get Soul Guard some living. Okay, I'm going to flash freeze the boss here. And then we just incant upstairs and, I don't know, miss the Winged Steel because foregone power is terrible. Okay, I think we're okay. Yeah, it's fine. Never didn't have it. It's sure true. Thanks, foregone power, by the way. We took 13 for the trial. Let's hope it was worth it. Crystallis is exactly the card I was looking for. I know it could be the Crypt Builder here, but I think Crystallis is much more playable. I can't be relying on foregone power to hit Crypt Builder. I need to incant a lot. And I can do a -1 +10 on Crystallis or something. And I don't need a third flash freeze. That's an easy pick. Space Prism 3, Packed Morsels 2, or Mind Collapse. Mind Collapse isn't bad. Space Prism 3. I mean, the nice thing about Space Prism 3 is that it's just a free incant. And it potentially lets me get morsels on the floor, which I'm totally fine with, I think. Right? It's not a bad incant. It's not great either. Do I just take another Packed Morsels? But what for is the problem? I don't know. What do they show me that makes me take morsels here? Morsel Maid? Something weird like that, maybe? If I see Morsel Maid, I would be okay with my current setup. I could just spell chain the Packed Morsels and Maybe remove Consume It or something. I'm going to take the third Space Prism, probably. Maybe. Probably. If I see a Tendon Piercing and need to put it in a Flash Freeze, that's fine for killing backlines. Sure. Think so. Alright, number 3, let's go. Oh, Crucible Warden, Collector, Warden, and Shadoweater. So it was terrible. We didn't see Titan Sentry. I don't know, sacked a bunch of health. Probably not worth it. Okay. I will take Shadoweater. It is something. I can use it early game to address backlines, because I think backlines will be our biggest problem on this run, and it's fine. I'll take him, sure. Shadoweater's time. I'm going to go left. I need to look at this steel shop here. Gross. I could have fished for the Stygian banner, but I don't think that's correct, because I already have the 2 Stygian units I want, and I would just be looking for Titan Sentry, and there is no good dupe here. So, yeah. Endless plus 25. If only you had shown it to me. Ugh. Alloyed Construct, Morsel Master. We have the opportunity to pivot. Morsels in front of Soul Guard. I don't think I need to. I have all the pieces to make this Incant line work. I think I would rather do that, and Morsel Master is a card in the video game of Monster Train. Sure, I don't need him. I'm not going to infuse Shadoweater, it's chill. Alright, fine. Plus 25. I should slap this into Shadoweater, it's just really good. He's probably going to stick around. It's true. I could give him Endless. That seems stupid. He's going to do his best and then die, and that's pretty much our run for him, so I can afford to reroll here. We see the Incant Armor too. Great news. I'm putting that in the Siren. It's always Armor Shark into Siren here, so I'm happy to take this. That's one piece of something we need. Our defense will be really good. Yeah. Really good. Cool. And I'll put another plus 25 in Shadoweater. Man has 100 life. He's going to be fine. Look at the caverns. I don't know. Give me a minor refraction. You want me to trade 25 pyre health for 150 coins? Go to 2? Nah, we skip that. Yikes. Yikes. I'm going where? Merchant of Magic, probably, I suppose? Maybe take a -1 or something? Do I need this money for anything? Let's see. I'm doing an infusion on next floor, which is 50 shards. I don't need the cash. It's fine. Plus, this has money on the side of the Merchant of Magic, so that's okay. We'll stay low. I feel strong into Daedalus because of the Incant Armor 2 hit, and Shadoweater is going to do work, but ultimately I don't really see much. I don't know, it's not that important. Okay, so Soul Guard for sure. Do you ever just play Shadoweater middle? He only really needs to eat one thing a turn. I can give him some of my rogue Space Prisms. I have 3 of them. Yeah, sure. Why not? Space Prism upstairs. Draw a card. Okay. I drew a card at 1 in case there was one of those units on top. I probably just take this ping out right and save him 20. He's going to heal it back, though. I'm going to take the Flash Freeze into Daedalus and then Foregone Power downstairs to kill a dude. It's cool. Just give him morsels. He'll get it all back. Okay. We take... I think I accept the Ember Drain here. I could get around it with the Shade Splitter, but I lose the Incant, and I actually value that Incant quite a lot more. Space Prism upstairs, and I take the Shade Splitter here, and I play it. Ugly Bomb. Huh. I could tank 10 here. I'll feed it to Shadoweater, actually. I think that is just correct. Yeah. Take the 20 into that man. He goes to 1. It's okay, though. We'll hatch the Soul Guard, and we'll move from there. Take the Shade Splitter upstairs, give some stats. I mean, now our dude's fine. Take the Urchin Spines into Daedalus. Don't see a dang morsel on this turn. Well, we're still fine up top. Just Foregone Power. Oh, God, come on. Of course, Foregone Power would just discard the other Foregone Power. Yikes. Okay. Shadoweater's on the wrong floor, but that's fine. Take the incant. I feed him a morsel. It's okay. I could feed him 2. Now I'm going to take the Space Prism upstairs. Shade Splitter upstairs. Shade Splitter upstairs. Take the stats. Foreground power downstairs kills a dude. Cool. I think it's fine. That's a bomb, though. Yikes. I will take the Crystallis up top, for sure. Huh. I will feed Shadoweater 1, probably, for the heal. Take the Shade Splitter up top. Okay, we're going to face tank with some morsels here. That is an unfortunate problem. I think we will win Relentless just off the back of the 2 back units, even if I lose Soul Guard, but this bomb has been unfortunate. We do kill all the units, by the way, which is at least good. That's nice. Morsel... I will take the Rubble Morsel up top. I'm gonna... No Crystallis coming up, so I think we probably give up and Flash Freeze the boss here. We already cleared top. Yeah, we give up. It's cool. Hey, Lifesteal Morsel, thank you very much. We just incant up top, it's fine. Cool, so now all he needs to do is swing once and it's peachy. I don't think he's gonna get it, but it's cool. I'm not really that worried. We got a ton of damage coming up. Sure. We're good. Shadoweater does surprisingly decent work thanks to the Frostbite and the amount of delay turns he has. We're fine either way, right? Oh, we drew the Crystallis anyway. Oh boy. Yeah, we just face tank here and then our boy lives. And it's cool. Thanks Soul Guard. Very neat. Yeah, easy. Okay. We took 0, so it's fine. Not punished for anything. I will click... I want both of these cards. The Ancient Synergy and the Siren Song. That's difficult. I think we will have the survivability for Relentless on Divinity, simply because we have Shark into Siren. We hit here. It's worth noting, if you didn't hit, if you were missing the Guardian of the Unnamed or the Incant Armor 2 here, you might seriously consider Siren Song with like intrinsic double stack or something like that, and then you just drop that, or even double stack -1 and then you dupe it a couple times or something. The nice thing about that is that, oh, my voice is cracking, 1 second. Had to get some water there. The nice thing about that is that it's like 6 turns of daze to the whole floor, which is a ton of turns into Relentless or just to get yourself a lot of armor gen. It's really good. Meanwhile, I think Ancient Synergy is a huge payout for things like Tethys' Scales or the Urchin Spines I already have. Maybe I see a holdover and a -2, and this thing is excellent. I think it has to be Ancient Synergy here. We're going to a magic shop anyway. We see the other Siren, another Shadoweater. Yeah, I don't think so. I already have all the pieces I need to make this run work, I believe. You ever think about self-infused Shadoweater? It's not worth it. Ever, because it's so many shards for that ability. I think if it gave the damage, I might consider it sometimes. But the fact that it doesn't is tough, right? It's just tough. It's really bad infusion. Except into something like a Hollow, maybe? Because you can abuse the Rejuvenate triggers with it. Is it ever Siren of the Sea pivot? Skip guard, you do Siren of the Sea thanks to the Incant Armor 2. I don't think so. No, I don't think so. It's fine. Yeah, I think it's okay. Okay. What happens if I miss multi-strike? I'm already missing multi-strike, right? Hellvent. Maybe I don't go to the removal dupe, actually. God, that would suck. Because I can't do it, right? That's the problem. What's better? What do I consider better here? The +1/+1? One more attack in exchange for one less health. I think the main driver for continuing with the guard is that I already have it. So I'm going to skip here. And I think it is Ember first, thanks to Winged Steel. Yeah, I think that's correct. True, I have space covered. I don't need to draw immediately. I'm going to go to the magic shop here. Removals would be nice. I don't want an Umbra banner, though, and the Horde is probably dumb. Sure. What you got? Permafrost? Don't think so. -1. I will probably -1 Crystallis right here. I think that's correct, yeah. Cool. 20 in consume. Nah, we're going to re-roll it. Double stack. Immediately, I could have gotten a really sick double stack on that Siren Song, but I think it's okay. I'll just take a -1 into Crystallis, making it free. What's in this temple here? -2 into Ancient Synergy for sure. Yeah, it'll go to 40. I do not infuse here because there's no reason to. We go Titan Channel 2, of course. I might not go to this Hellvent, right? I think it's actually wrong. I'm not even seeing another steel shop. I do... Imagine the world I do this, right? You infuse here, I go to 65, and then I dupe here, I go to 80. It's doable. I don't know, I'd like to see these steel shops on rings 6 and 7 before I dupe. And then I have to dupe on ring 8. Ah, this is the difficult decision, right? If I see holdover Ancient Synergy, I think that makes this strong. Man, we would have had double stack -2 Siren Song, and I could have duped it. Wild. Wild. Wow. You could have also just paid 1 Ember for it and not taken shards for it, which is maybe not bad either, but that's a lot of survivability. Also just straight up kills a wave. It's tough. I mean, I think this Ancient Synergy is really good too, but both of those decisions are really strong. And I mean, if we'd seen a holdover here, this would have been better for me. If I'd seen a remove consume, I think I would have put it into Urchin Spines, by the way. Just saying. I see money coming up, so I think I have to take a removal here into a Train Steward. I must power up a little bit. What am I looking at? 100, 175, get a little bit from here. I will be able to re-roll. If I take in this 25, does that change anything? Maybe I put a +10 in Crystallis. It's not bad. Make it 1 cost, do 70. It is a nice alternative big hit for spell weakness payoff, which I like. It goes to a 140. I really like this. I'm going to take... Do I take the -1 into anything then? Sheet Splitter free? I don't think so. It's tricky. You could make arguments either way for this. I think the main driver for me to do a +10 instead is I have spell weakness payoffs. And I don't need the -1s because I took the Ember necessarily. It's interesting. I don't think we go lower than this, right? We go to 150. We get enough from the combat, with assuming we have to skip the trial. All right, fine. We didn't get a ton of value here on this spell shop. It's cool. We'll move on. Oh, gross. Pyrolite Master, huh? We play Shadoweater downstairs. Or maybe... Mark of Invasion forces me to play top. I don't think we set a bottom. We could, but I don't Incant Soulguard to 10 very quickly. I think we take this money. I'm willing to trade, what is it, like a good chunk here. It's fine. Alright, it's Space Prisms up top. I do take a sizable chunk for that. I may as well play the Urchin Spines. I mean, I may as well not. I don't think so, right? I will foregone power middle. Start working on those. I take 8 here. True. Okay, we take 4 Ember, which is going to be Shadoweater middle every time. He's one of those. I will, of course. I'd like to get the shark down first. We'll play the pack morsels first. Right. Magma morsel in middle. It's cool. We draw. Okay. I will take a lifesteal morsel up top. It deals a hit, which is good. And then I can play the shark in front. We can take Incants. That clears this floor. Play some morsels downstairs. I think we will activate Soul Guard on this coming turn, which is good. Or not even close, actually, huh? I think I have to play the morsel middle. Oh, Crystallis TY. What a good hit. Yeah. I would like very much to flash freeze the back enemy. I'm going to foregone power twice up top if possible, actually. Great. That means only 1 shard required for Soul Guard. Cool. Alright, we're good. We are good. We take the Shade Splitter. Guy turns online. I take the morsel middle. It's valuable. Ooh, this guy got infused. So I need to Ancient Synergy downstairs. Open that up a bunch. Shade Splitter up top is solid. I'll just base tank with 1. Sure. Lay a Train Steward downstairs. And I think I need to flash freeze the middle back enemy so that it actually dies. Cool. I think we're going to struggle a little bit with that third dude there. Yeah, he does not get killed. True enough. True enough. So, foregone power. What could possibly be on top? I mean, any kind of spell. I guess I'll play the Urchin Spines and then the foregone power, see what we draw. It's a Shade Splitter, unfortunately. Not what you like to see. So we take 11 from this? God, gross. Eh. It's fine. Ooh, interesting. Shade Splitter on top floor, of course. Damage shield is really good, right? Although it's actually just better to face tank with it. Cool. In that universe, then, I will kill the Clip Defender in front of the boss. We will double flash freeze him and then take some frostbite on him, and we're good now. Alright, 11 damage, unfortunate, but we had a lot, so it's cool. We'll take morsel. He did not get... Or I'm just going to send him for 100 something. Take 2 morsels upstairs. Alright, I mean, we win this. Yeah, cool. Thank you, Shadoweater, for existing. You did something here. And we've won. No problems whatsoever. Just face tank with a morsel. Kill him. I mean, it looks decent. 87. I need to incant a lot better. We're not really getting there yet. The Siren is not even killing a heavy. Oh, we took 19, right? Because the initial leak. Unnamed Tome is pretty great. Although Ice Storm is also pretty great. A decent hit if I have to take 10 in piercing or something. What is this Unnamed Tome for? I mean, it's for Harvest Waves and Chains. I mean, this Unnamed Tome is a better card. We'll click it. It's good. Glacial Seal is also here. Is Grovel good enough for me? Probably. It's Damage Shield. I like Damage Shield. I can put the Damage Shield upstairs on a Siren and then just give the morsels to our man. Sure. Okay. Cool. We did get the money out of that, so I feel really good. Traded like, what was it, 8, I believe, for that. It's fine. Think about this for a moment. You could trade 25 Pyre Health for 150 gold in this Cavern event that I skipped. Or I can take this trial and trade 8. You tell me which is better. I do not have something I want to do. I mean, it would just be Crystallis, right? I'm going to go to this magic shop. For sure. Buy removals, maybe. Show me a holdover, please. We'll take the Eternal Stone into Urchin Spines. Yeah, remove consume on this. Good. I'm also going to probably make it -1. Pretty good. The other -1 next coming up is Grovel. Yeah, just make this card replayable. Very strong. Great news. 10 magic power, put it into a flash freeze. Sure. Reroll. Holdover, please. Ah, oh, thank goodness. Holdover Ancient Synergy, big payout here. Huge payout. -1 in Grovel. Save our cash. Ember Stasis? I have enough Ember for this, potentially? Not bad. I didn't talk about this, but there's money alongside the steel shop, so I'm getting 75 plus enough from the combat. So I will be able to reroll, even if this is not a money trial that I can take. It's never one of these other two, Penitent Remains or Cold Stones. I'm not that far behind that I desperately need healing. I have 58, it's fine. Right? Yeah, it's fine. And then I don't get to replay units, so I'm not as interested in Penitent Remains here for the draw cost. Ember Stasis is never wrong. Alright, we'll take Ember Stasis, it's fine. I can play those. I have Ember, and if I have to wait a little bit, it's okay. I should click this Horde. I'm only at 40 here. Interesting. Golden Vault. Or Draw Relic, Mask of Penumbra. That does make random morsels extremely good at drawing me stuff. It potentially offsets. Huh. Maybe double Ember? I don't know. We'll see how expensive our run ends up being. We've seen a few magic shops that we've been able to pay into. I'm probably going Steel coming up because we're finishing the Drought now. Is it ever Winged Indulgence? I think it's just Mask of Penumbra. If nothing, it makes these Shade Splitters basically trade even on card draw. Makes -1s into them really good. Yeah, it's Mask of Penumbra here. That's a lot of draw power. I do like that. 20 in consume? No. Alright, the one thing that's worth a little consideration here is I'm really behind on removals, right? Train Stewards, I still have 3 of them. I am seeing double removals back-to-back on 6 and 7, though. And only 55 into Ring 5 is pretty good. That's a very reasonable Self-Made Harpy or Crystal Cloak. And I don't really care about the Sweeper because I have survivability on Siren in the form of Incant Armor 2. So we body this and we move on. Cool. What do we get? Crystal Cloak? Not afraid. Now, am I afraid of Seal of Aggression? Yes and no. Once you hit Ancient Synergy, we're good. Until then, we're not good. We do have a lot of draw power. It looks bad, but we have Winged Steel and the Mask of Penumbra. I think we're fine to just grab this. We have a ton of... If I hadn't hit that holdover, I wouldn't. Just don't infuse the first dude, right? Game is easy. Also, Shadoweater. Absolutely. He always comes down here. What do I draw? Okay. Lifesteal Morsel. What do I draw? Shark. Okay. Shark it is. I'm just going to play another morsel downstairs. Good. And then I'll put a morsel upstairs. And I'm going to flash freeze the man in back here. The overcharge tank. He's just going to get punched now. Cool. Thanks, Shadoweater. Cool. Oh, we hit Ancient Synergy? Genius. Genius. So we do... I never get the Calcified Ember this turn, thanks to Ancient Synergy and Siren. I do want to put a morsel down, so... let's play the Siren first, it's fine. Except the Ember Drain, we take the Space Prism upstairs. I am playing the Shade Splitter. Goes downstairs. What do I draw? It's an unnamed tome. I'm going to take the Money Middle with the Ancient Synergy. Great news. Do I don't think I care. This man has Spell Weakness 1. He's dead. I don't need to unnamed tome him. We're good. Come on, Shadoweater. I need you to live, buddy. Urchin Spine's downstairs. This floor is super dead. Omega dead, in fact. Crystal Cloak. Take the morsel up top. HP morsels into our friend downstairs. This is value. I have this holdover Ancient Synergy, so I'm just going to kind of send it. Take a Shade Splitter up top. Take Ember upstairs. Yeah, sure. Cool. And then, I don't care about this unnamed tome, right? This next floor, as long as I draw a morsel. There's only 2 of them in there. Okay, I'm gonna risk the foregone power up top. That's great. I will not send the unnamed tome for an incant. I can always do it next turn without much payoff or, you know, risk. Yeah, this is what you're scared of. This big overcharge tank with no draw power on this turn. We're gonna go ahead and... Nothing dies, actually, huh? We're always Ancient Synergying upstairs. It's good. This mid floor is dead. I think I'm going to unnamed tome bottom floor and then calcified embers it. And I don't care about mid floor, so I let this train steward die. Because they have 3 spell weakness, we just hit them with the Ancient Synergy and you're gone, so... Okay, Shadoweater tried. Yeah, like this looks bad until you just absolutely sandblast them. Right? Yeah, so... You just blow them up. I'm not going to play the Flash Freeze on that turn. HP. I'm going to heal up Shadoweater, I think. Take the other Shade Splitter, heal up Shadoweater. I will Flash Freeze the dude on middle, and we just take Incants, I think. Cool. We're fine here. Oh no, you got hit with that spell weakness? Buddy, I think you're having a bad one. Space Prism upstairs, the Shade Splitter comes out. Take the morsel downstairs. It is, I guess, just better to face tank with it. Play another one in the back. It's good. Play a train steward middle. Sure. I'm going to take the Urchin Spines into the boss and toss some foregone powers her way. It's pretty decent. I mean, he's going to take almost all of her turns off. Yeah, cool. Oh, Ancient Synergy deals how much? 500 damage? Okay. That seems reasonable. I mean, she's walking upstairs with 70 life. Get off my train. I love spell weakness when you can apply it like that. Yo, Mind Jacks. Absolutely. Shadoweater loves Mind Jacks. Do I click Ice Storm now? I am seeing a magic shop. It's in ring 8. I think I take this for a few reasons. We could see a reasonable 10 in piercing at some point, in which case I would be happy to just make it a free card at some point, like a -1 10 in piercing. It's pretty solid. Kills some stuff, does good work, hits a lot of things on the floor. It's a good incant, is what I want to say. I don't need a second tome, I don't believe. Right? No, we're refining pretty well, and preserve with all these foregone powers I haven't cleared, a little concerning. I'm going to click the Ice Storm. 33 cards, by the way. We skip these. Cannibalize, Excavation, Eruption, Emberforge. Nope. We have a lot of cards, and I wouldn't be taking this many if I didn't have 2 draw relics. I need to go to the Steel Shop. Continuing on, Train Stewards must go. Oh, multi-strike you shouldn't have. I'm glad I held out, because now this multi-strike ends up in the dupe. I don't have to do this infusion until ring 8 now, because that's when the dupe happens. There's no value in doing it right now. We have the space on our floor for this monstrosity of a siren. Cool. If I'm scared, you put a +25 in Guardian of the Unnamed, but Fel is low damage, so I don't care. Removals. 2 Train Stewards go here for sure. I don't need the Steel Shop anymore now, huh? I mean, I'd probably go there for the removals anyway, unless I want to take this Merchant of Magic, but for what? -1s? I already hit the remove consume that I wanted. It would just be -1 in Grovel and a -1 ice storm. It's not bad. I don't know. Let's see what's in this temple. Another intrinsic and a spell chain. Is there anything I spell chain here that makes me feel really good about this run? No. Is there anything I intrinsic here that makes me feel really good about this run? Intrinsic on Unnamed Tome, Grovel, no, none of these, no, okay, fine. We don't take the Pact here. Make sure I can get my shards real quick. We're taking, what? Infusion on ring 8 for 25, that goes to 80. I am then duping the Siren for 15, which is 95, and then I just take something, like the 10 or whatever. Yeah, it's easy. Maybe it's a 10 in piercing. That would be cool. In which case, what am I doing on this next floor? I don't need the steel shop. If I go left, it doesn't matter. And if I go right, I see money to make up for a removal I buy. So let me just send this other train steward. I don't feel like dealing with that. Get him out of here. He's bad. Cool. And that brings me to 30, which is actually 28 once I play these last 2 calcified embers. So we're cool. We move on. Yeah, I think we're in a good position. We hit the multi-strike, we've hit basically everything we want, we have a lot of survivability, our Siren is looking absolutely great. Shadoweater with no morsels on turn 1. You kind of hate to see it. He also just gets shot here. Space Prism is upstairs. I could freeze the silence this wave. Let's play the Shadoweater and see what we draw into. I could foregone power out the penance and deal with it later. I am going to silence this floor, I think, right? I should see a morsel next turn, I believe. Yeah. I will play the penance then. No reason to discard it, and I'll take an incant upstairs. It's fine. It ain't great. Show me a morsel, please. Or not. Actually, or not. I have to play Siren, Guard, Space Prism. Ah, great. We draw a morsel. Good job. This is important. Ah, and a Flash Freeze, which I will now put into the Absolver downstairs. So we take no curses on this turn, and we foregone power upstairs for the Incants. Cool. Good. All right. Now just show me a morsel, and I feel really good about this turn. Great news. Packed morsels, cool. Take a Space Prism upstairs. I need to take... I would like to not eat 1,000,000 here. So how about we chump with 2 morsels? I can just take 1 morsel downstairs. He can have the damage shield friend. Cool. I play 2 up here, which face tanks here. I need to Flash Freeze the dude in middle. And I play the penance here. And I incant. Cool. We take 1 to the pyre, but it's also silenced, so I don't really care. I was 1 incant away from charging Soul Guard, but I don't think I skipped any on this floor that weren't correct to play elsewhere. I'm okay with that. We deal with the, the 15x2, which is the one I was really scared of. So I think, we easily pop him out of here. I play the morsel downstairs. Great news. I will just calcified embers on downstairs to get rid of that. And we're going to take double incants upstairs. I need to pump my numbers. Cool. True. We finally see the Urchin Spine's Ancient Synergy here. Very good. I need to play the Ancient Synergy every time. We just play the curses out, I believe. Take the Grovel. Yep, no problem. Ugh, again, scratchy voice. 1 second. I need water. Oof. I've been getting a lot of scratchy voice issues lately with just a lot of recording sessions. What do I do? Which one do I give? I want to take the minor upstairs, I think. It's better served up there. I only need to play the 1 downstairs. It kills the backline. And then we Foregone power upstairs. It's good incant. Doing 211 to fell. I like that. Take a curse, but we should be fine. It's the only one on that turn. I Urchin Spines downstairs. Into fell. I Ancient Synergy upstairs. Weight of Contrition. We get a morsel. Great news. Cool. That cleans up a lot here. We just incant upstairs. We're looking at a not great number of incants right now. It's partly because I'm trying to get these calcified embers out, and partly because I'm playing curses, which both will get better in the later combats. I am getting rid of calcified embers on this turn. Right. Am I? Not worth the 5, but I'd really like to get rid of it. I think I will redraw it. Let me take the pendants first, because I want to take the Shade Splitter downstairs into our friend. We hold over the Ancient Synergy, and then I can Crystallis upstairs and just kill this dude outright. It's a much better turn by not playing it, and I should have an opportunity. Shadoweater is trying his best. It's fine. We just blast upstairs. Very cool. Take a morsel. Lifesteal into Shadow and Soul Guard is actually significantly better. We just take stats up here. It doesn't matter what I flash freeze, so I just hit this thing in middle. We don't want to hit Fel with that because I want her spell weakness on that Ancient Synergy. Take some incants. We're doing 93 by 2. It isn't great, but it's fine. Ooh, Urchin Spines, yes please. Grovel, great news. Playing Ancient Synergy, which preserves the lifesteal. I do get the Calcified Embers, which I am playing. Take a morsel situation. Good news. We're really good. I mean, we win automatically. And then I don't know, do 1,000 damage with this Ancient Synergy. Yep. That's pretty good, huh? Play the both morsels in front here. Ice Storm, Incant, and then Incant. Up to 121 by 2. Not very impressive, but pretty decent. I think I can take draw from this point. Wretch, Hoarfrost Effigy, Shroud Mitosis. Nah, I don't see any value here from these. They don't do anything. Wretch is bad. It clogs my deck with morsels. Hoarfrost Effigy is a hilarious card. This is really a card in Monster Train. Ho buddy. And then Shroud Mitosis does not generate morsels unless I already generated morsels. So, nope. Okay, I think it is card draw here. That gets me up to 8 card draw, which is great. I did get rid of both Ember Crystal things on this combat, which is really strong. And now I have the Ember Stasis loaded for Divinity, which is excellent. Turn those into 120 nukes. Love to see it. It is card draw. Yeah. Good. We have everything we need, right? We have Mind Jacks for mid-floor Shadoweater on later combats. We have Ember already. Vortex or Merchant of Magic. I could see an Overflow, potentially. I do really value these removals, though. It's just 2 gone, 4 gone powers at this stage. This magic shop is actually useful, though. I'm going to go to the magic shop. I don't need this Merchant of Steel for anything at all. Shadoweater has full life. Nameless Siren has the identical upgrades that we want. Not the identical, the ideal. So yeah, we go magic shop. It's fine. Money is good. Look in the caverns. Give me an overflow. Oh, Minor Refraction? Minor Refraction Shadoweater? Look, let's think this through. You can Minor Refraction the Nameless Siren. We are duping her. Cool. It's not bad. What if I Major Refraction Shadoweater? How much space do I have on mid-floor? +2, so it's 4 by default, +2. I could throw it a Space Prism. What if I give him Major Refraction, the largest Shadoweater? He could eat a morsel out of the gate, and then eventually more. Huh. We have to actually think through this. Okay, let's look. There's 3 options here we consider. The obvious minor refraction siren. Cool. I mean, we're duping her anyway, right? So she gets infused and duped, and we're using 4 space on the floor. That actually means I don't need any space for... I don't need any space up top for all of them. Cool. So great. I have a bunch of space prisms that don't matter, pretty much. We have the space anyway. That means I play it for Shadoweater, but I have Mind Jacks for Shadoweater, so mid-floor goes to 6, so he eats 3 things anyway. Okay, so it's kind of... I don't want to say pointless. It's nice, but it doesn't change my run at all. Okay, so this is kind of a non-answer. It just makes... I don't know. It lets me do something with the Space Prism that I already have intrinsic. I can put it elsewhere or whatever. We have Minor Refraction Shadoweater. Now let's think that one through. I have now 2 options. We have the ability to frontline Shadoweater if I play mid-floor Divinity, and then this dude's got 100 HP. What does my floor look like? It's 6 space to my Incanters. I have 6 by default into the mid-floor because of the Mind Jacks. And I could then play Shadoweater with the Space Prism that I start with, right? That's 7 space used. So he then just acts as a 100 HP body until I hit my other Space Prisms. And then he can eat morsels. So he kind of just dies, is the thing if I do that with him on middle. Now I could play him on top. And then what? It's basically the same, right? The Mind Jacks just offsets the -1. Oh wait, no, I go to 7 on middle with the Space Prism on turn 1 that's intrinsic, so I could actually feed him if I set up middle. Now, is that fast enough? It's a great question. I don't know. I do want the extra turn for setup usually. Okay. Interesting. That's potentially curious. You could set up middle. And if I don't end up setting middle, depending on my draw or whatever, maybe I just don't have a situation where it makes sense, then in that universe, I don't know, you just make Shadoweater small and play him and it doesn't change anything. This is a just pure positive in that universe if I don't play that way. Okay. The alternative is Major Refraction Shadoweater. This is useful because it's 30 life and he attacks for 30 damage. Now, I do have 6 space on mid-floor, which is pretty cool. I could then draw 2 more Space Prisms. That's what I was thinking about there. So that gives him some extras. He could get 3 morsels at most if I give him all the Space Prisms. It's pretty decent. 130 life is nothing to worry about. That's a lot of life, huh? It's a big number. Sadly, I mean, the nice thing about this, he can actually take lifesteal pretty well. He hits and gets a good heal back, whereas normally he doesn't. Huh. Those are the 3 options. I think it's going to be something into Shadoweater is what I'm envisioning here. Right? What does it look like? It's the same if I put... It's either major into Shadoweater or minor into Nameless Siren, because if I play middle, it's the same, right? Because she loses 1 pip, but there's going to be 2 of them, so we gain 2 pips total. If I put the minor on Shadoweater, he gains 2 pips on his own, and I'm never duping him. So it's the same either way. So in that case, I would put it on the Siren because it adds a little flexibility. You can chump block with more morsels up top into scary waves, which is better on turns where I'm generating a lot. This is a really difficult decision, actually. I'm going to the magic shop. I'm going to buy removals on Foregone Powers. Almost certainly they're the worst card. And everything else in my deck is good. The Shade Splitters are great, in fact. I have... Every removal is value because of the Urchin Spines. Okay. I think it's a minor refraction play because it opens up the possibility of a mid-floor setup, which I could do if I top deck into Ancient Synergy or what? Yeah, if I top deck into Ancient Synergy is kind of the main thing. Yeah. Or if I see extra Space Prisms, then I can actually put Shadoweater on top floor with my floor. Okay, so yeah, we do a minor refraction play. Consolidating our floor here is very cool. I'm going to take it on the Siren here because, like I said, it is useful both ways. But this gives me more chump blocking flexibility into the Divinity. It could matter. It could matter. Whereas I don't like Shadoweater just needs to not die outright. Yeah, okay, cool. We'll do this. If I can consolidate my floors on the Divinity, I think this looks really good because then I am playing Ancient Synergy on Shadoweater's floor, which is pretty huge. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. And he's in front tanking anyway, so if he deals with backlines, it's cool. Although I'd have to play middle, right? Because I don't want... He has to eat his morsels unless I see winged technology. Playing him top is wrong. True. Playing him top is wrong. Yeah. The main concern about playing it with the major refraction is I have to burn my Space Prisms on his floor. We'll do minor into Nameless Siren. This is very tough. The stats are good on him, but I really don't think it's enough to make me feel better about that. I'm going to make him small. I'm going to make Nameless Siren small here. Yeah, okay, lock that in. Small. Okay. Really good event to see. Very interesting. A lot of flexibility. Forge. It's always tight in Channel 3. Yeah. One of the nice things is if I can use Shadoweater on the same floor, then I don't mind base tanking a bit with the Siren. -1. These are value. A +10 into Ice Storm makes it relevant right now. Double stack. Don't think so. -1. I mean, Grovel -1 is the play first. Yeah. Cool. +10. I mean, we always put it in Ice Storm, right? If I see a second holdover, what does it go in? Great question. Probably nothing, honestly. Ice Storm, but I may not get an upgrade for it, and a +10 is never good enough anymore. I actually think I'm going to make the Flash Freeze +10 here. Yeah. True. I'm going to buy a removal. Yeah. I'm going to buy a removal here into a Foregone Power. It is a good power up here. I don't need a reroll is the thing. I don't need Frozen, I don't need Remove Consume, and I certainly don't need another holdover on anything. So we just pay for a removal to power up right now, and that feels pretty good. We're going to always do this anyway, no matter what. Do I take the money? I see money coming up. I may or may not be able to take this trial. There could... As long as I... Let's see. I get 100 from this. I should always see the Collector because I can play Shadoweater middle and he guarantees the Collector, and then I play my other units up top, which guarantees a top floor. Good. And then what? I go left, I get 75 gold, so I should see 200 from this combat, 285. I go 75 plus, that's what, 360 or something? Yeah, 360. That's enough to reroll and see a Founding Seal hit or something. This Boons doesn't change much. Nah, it doesn't change much. And again, the Magic Shop is not the important part of this next floor. It is the Hell Vent. I'm going to buy some -1s. I don't even have a holdover hit. Yeah. True. True enough. Alright, cool. Let's move on. 55 into this combat is really low. We can make this, right? I take whatever the 10 is on this next combat. If it's intrinsic, fine. If it's... What else is there? If it's intrinsic, sure. If it's purge, that's great. We purge a foregone power. If it's 10 in piercing, it goes into Ice Storm, which is great. Cool. That takes the 65. I infuse, going to It's 90. I dupe going to 105. Yeah, cool. All right, so we're fine. It looks scary, but we're good. Moving on. Yeah. Okay. What do we get? Conduits. Heaven's Seal. Okay. This is probably okay, actually. Maybe. Maybe not. What happens on this turn 1 if... Yeah, what happens on turn 1? Think about our worst case. What if we... What is the worst case? I draw 8 per turn. Right, I draw 8 per turn. I bottom deck, genuinely bottom 3 on this Ancient Synergy. Do I just lose to an upgraded Gilded Wing? I take 80, and if I can't clear the conduit, I lose. Oh, this is... I think any of the other ones would have been really comfortable. We could see Urchin Spines with... What? I'd have to get 15 Incants in 3 turns. I don't know if I feel that confident in getting 15. Maybe. I don't have to play any stupid curse things anymore, so I can spend my Ember exclusively on this stuff. Which is good. That's true. That is good. This is a big risk. It's a lot of power that I might need. Do I need this to win? That's a great question. Do we feel my line is strong enough right now without this upcoming 400 gold? Maybe. Probably. I mean, with the extra Siren, I think so. 55 shards, though. There's not a lot that gets upgraded. I think I click this. I don't even think you can see both of them get upgraded on 55 shards. We're okay on that. Yeah, alright, fine. Cool, yeah, one of them gets upgraded. And I see this thing on turn 1, so it's actually just super free. Cool. Game is easy. Alright, so we just Ancient Synergy away this dude's entire armor. Cool, I will Space Prism upstairs. I need to be incanting in a big way. This Helical Crystallis does nothing. That Ancient Synergy will kill the Steel Wings next floor. So the Shade Splitter is better. You know, draw first, video game. I did it to myself. It's okay. That's what I'll keep telling myself. We always Ancient Synergy middle. I Shade Splitter. I'll play it. Flash Freeze. Oh, interesting. I actually do get the Collector then. It's cool. I do want to incant up. There's not much that I care about here for the tome. It was Neffel for the champion. I guess it could be on a Wilt Wings, but it's fine. We'll just take the incants here. Sure. Space Prism. We do need to incant a whole bunch. Take the packed morsels. We draw around. We do clear this floor. Sure do. Great news. I play the attack morsel in the back, which clears. Great. I play an Entumbra morsel in front. I'll just face tank with that. We get our morsels killed middle. I probably just keep pinging anyway. There's no reason not to. Take the incants. They matter. Let's see, 2. I always get the... Oh, this next floor gets absolutely blasted by the Ancient Synergy with Urchin Spines, so I will actually just take the incant instead. Cool. I was thinking about killing that Wilt Wings for the Extinguished Trigger, but it's fine. We're good, right? And we're good because even though I screwed up, it's fine. No Gilded Wing upgrades. So we play the Urchin Spines first, and then I just absolutely annihilate. I'll take the Morsel in back because it's an Excavator. Very good. I redraw the Urchin Spines. Okay. I mean, Ancient Synergy annihilates 2 units upstairs. Very clean. What do I think I actually will kill a Wiltwings on middle. Does a lot of damage. And I'll incant. I think we're good, actually. I can just go all in here, go ham. Yeah, I need to get my numbers up to a higher point. Shadoweater finally comes into play. There you go, bud. You deserve this, I guess. Sure, man, sure. Take the lifesteal into our friend upstairs. Take the Entumber morsel middle. I am always playing Ancient Synergy. It's good. Take the Incant. Give it to Shadoweater. He does a great job. Cool. You know what? I'm sorry I disrespected you on this combat, Mr. Shadoweater. You deserve better. Can I heal him up? Is that even worth playing? Is that even worth it? I don't know, man. Like, I don't even need him to attack. I can just flash freeze this thing down here, so whatever. I'm just gonna feed these upstairs, actually. It's fine. I can save this lifesteal. Sure, take the incants. Yeah, alright. It's fine. Alright, Shadoweater, you did something, is the way I will say this. Yeah, take morsels up top. I just do not care. Shade Splitter, sure. Stats, we like them. I will Ancient Synergy the boss. It's very worth it. Play another Shade Splitter. Here, you can have something, Mr. Shadoweater. Good job. Way to go. Take the incants upstairs. It's good. Doing 250 in the back. It's not amazing, but it is good enough, I believe. Urchin Spines. I mean, we get through this no problem. Without any issues, really. Redraw that Ancient Synergy. That's good. Feel pretty okay on the energy front, especially with some random Ember morsels coming in. We got the trial. We got everything. Neat. Unnamed Tome number 2. Gifts for a guard? No, I mean, that just hits... What? I mean, it's not terrible, but it hits a lot of my cards that I actually don't want to burn. Crystalline Seeds? No. I'm stretching here. Is there ever an argument for a second Unnamed Tome? Maybe? It's what? You have 3 really concerning waves on the Divinity that need it. You have Harvest Wave 1, you have the second Harvest Wave, or the Ember Wing Wave, the Pyre Wing Wave, whatever it's called. And then you also have Chains, so 3 waves that are annoying. Yeah, you can also silence High Priest and stop his Vengeful Shard if you want, but I actually like the Vengeful Shards. I don't know. I think you don't need another one of these. I would rather... It's really low opportunity cost, though, is the thing. I draw so many cards. I think we'll take another one. It's really good. I have so much draw power. Cave-In, Ember Cache, Crucible Extension. I would click Ember Cache if this were Diligent, but it's not. We'll skip it. It's probably a really good incant card, though, right? On the turn where you redraw it, you get a bunch of free incants. Yeah, we'll click it. It's good incant card. It's kind of like a bad Preserved Thorns. I am going left every time. Merchant of Magic Permafrost? I don't think so. Show me Lightstone Casing. Improved Firebox. It's not bad. If I had Lost Luggage, maybe. Let's do the Infusion nonsense first. 10 in Piercing, by the way. That Ice Storm feels pretty good with that. It's a Guardian of the Unnamed, finally into Nameless Siren. It's a good amount of starting HP, and it's a lot of incanting survivability. Yep. Cool, and then I do per. I don't need a reroll for Pyrestone Housing. I have a Magic Shop, and I already have 3 upgrades. Good, make sure I'm clicking the right card. I sure am. Thank you, Siren number 2. Cool, good. And I need to take a 10 in Piercing, which I think I will not do the plus 30 as well. Yeah, I mean, this Ice Storm is really good like this, right? Happy to play that. Yeah, this is exactly why I took Ice Storm, for that reason alone. 20 in Pierce, 20 in Consume, no. I think it's just -1 in Ice Storm. This is not a run where I feel strong enough to click a plus 30 on this Ice Storm. Like, this is a good card. 41 times 5, solid. But I do not feel 120 shard strong. I suppose unless they show me Founding Seal. So I'll reroll for it. Shadow Box, huh? I think I'm buying removals. And then maybe Shadow Box. Do I generate 20 morsels in a combat? It's like, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 on a draw through? You know, yeah, actually, I am actually playing morsels. Okay, all right, you got me. I'm gonna take this -1 into a Shade Splitter here. It's good. And then we re-roll this. But why? The -1, honestly? Yeah, all right, fine. Remove Consume number 2. Move Consume Ember Cache. I don't like the card that much. I mean, it adds some fun things to my discard pile, but it's not worth that much to me. I do want the -1 here into Ice Storm. Just make this card free. I want to play it every time I see it. Yep. Probably will buy the +10 into a Flash Freeze, but let's deal with... I want to buy Shadow Box first. And I will buy a removal into a Foregone Power, taking me down to 3, which is probably a comfortable position. You're pretty unlikely to draw all 3 together. Make sure I don't have anything else I need to kill here. Urchin Spine's good, Tome's good, Space Prisms go away and good. Shade Splitters, I play them all. Pack Morsel's great. Ice Storm, Crystallis, Grovel. Yeah, okay. We kick a Foregone Power. Cool, I'm happy with that. I have 130 gold I can do something with. I guess I can buy this Eternal Stone if I want to. Do you ever do this on Packed Morsels? Is that ever good to play another time here? Kind of, right? I mean, it's chump blockers, but also it's a lot of morsels in a turn for Shadoweater. It's 30 life for that man. I can afford this. I might as well. It's a good card. I'll take the +10 into a Flash Freeze because value. And then 105. I mean, I may as well. I mean, I will play Packed Morsels. It is just a better Shade Splitter by a lot. Yeah, all right, bud. Sure. Go to 0 here. Good. I have 105. Good. I'm glad I didn't take that +30. Didn't see the Incant doubles. And I have 2 unnamed tomes, so I'm a little less inclined to go ham on the Sigiled Seaweed. Although I do love that relic, by the way. I took Shadow Box instead, because I think we super get this, and this kills like 3 Divinity waves. So, yeah, totally. All right, 105 out of 100 at 0 gold with 87 life. I'm feeling pretty decent. Let's go send it on Seraph here. Yeah. I don't have a ton of life. I have leaked in this run. I haven't been able to heal a terrible amount. We're comfortable. I can take some hits. All right. Soul Guard up top. For sure, I am playing a Space Prism up here after I play the Siren. I should grovel first. Okay, yeah, Ancient Synergy on top deck is very strong. I will play I have 2 Space Prisms here, so I will play the Attack Morsel up here. Okay, I wanted to make sure I drew first in case I hit one of my other units. I cannot mess that up on this combat. I believe with the Ancient Synergy top deck that I am perfectly happy just playing actually everything upstairs. Right? Morsels, morsels, morsels. Take the Forgotten Power here, or Foregone Power. Yeah. Okay. Moment of truth. Shadoweater comes on this floor. How does this look? With the other Space Prism, I can feed 1 morsel up top if I do this. Interesting. So here's what you do. You Ember Cache first because it makes the Ancient Synergy strong enough to kill this Dark Wings. And I think I do just play him mid-floor here. Pretty confident. I think putting him up top is wrong on this one. Yeah, I think putting him top is wrong here. I'd like to spread the sap around because I mean, I have rage, right, but I'd like to not have it all line up. Yeah, let's play Shadoweater middle. He takes this hit like a trooper. We play the Ember Cache, and I need to play Ancient Synergy middle first. Yes, I need to draw, so we're going to take the Shade Splitter first. Okay. Rubble Morsel, don't be my other Siren. Okay. I would have had to drop the Ancient Synergy here if I had drawn other Siren on that turn, but it would have been okay. So now we're fine. I play the Space Prism upstairs. Cool. I play the Ancient Synergy middle. This thing now deals 150. Good. And I take an Incant upstairs. Cool. Alright. Great job. Go team. I will save the Ember Drain on this turn by playing Packed Morsels up top first. I will take... Jesus, this mid-floor gets absolutely blasted. Wow. So, Umbra Morsel on top floor, I think, first. Draw a card. Ah, Ice Storm. Beautiful. We just killed this man on top floor, and it looks great. Good job. Alright, we now play other Siren. I guess I could have gotten one more Incant if I'd played this the other way, but it's alright. I then will Ancient Synergy middle, which saves our friend. I then get 2 morsels in here. Great news. I should Incant, really. Foregone Power. I'm going to spend one of these tomes here. I'm going to draw another one, which might matter if I see an upgraded Dark Wings, but otherwise I kinda don't care. And I want to Incant in a big way. Thanks, Shadoweater. Don't die, please. He's dying. It's cool, I have Flash Freezes. We Urchin Spines at top, for sure. Shade Splitter, give him a morsel, probably. Yeah, I'm going to Ancient Synergy here. Pretty decent. I think I can do better. Do I need to keep Shadoweater alive? Probably, right? Yeah, I'm going to Ancient Synergy middle, which I think keeps him alive. Cool. So I can give him a morsel. Great job. Excavated Ember, immediate value. Shade Splitter. Yeah, Umbra Morsel middle, he's feeling good. We ping out the front 2 units to save a ton of life. Bottom floor looks fine. I'm just going to take this Incant, and I'm going to Frostbite him. Doing 440 into Seraph is excellent. Shadoweater is alive. He might not be alive now. Okay, so what you do... I mean, the problem is I am spending Incants on Shadoweater's floor, but he matters. This is why he's worse than Titan Sentry, by the way, right? You have to spend resources keeping him alive. I guess I could have given him Endless, but I really don't think that would have been correct. He would have just cost 2 Ember. Okay. I think you do Crystallis first, and then I do Ancient Synergy, which kills both of the front dudes. And I play Grovel up top. Shade Splitter up top. I need to play the Shade Splitter. Can I ever tank enough? Yeah, I mean, he lives if I play 2, 3, right? Yeah, he lives, but he doesn't get to do anything. Oh. I could Ice Storm here and maybe waste 2 spell weakness. We did see an upgraded guild. Dark Wings, by the way. A little concerning. Whatever. I mean, we just kind of take morsels up top. I'm just going to Incant here. I think it's actually just super correct. Get those stats up. Yeah. Alright, Shadoweater, whatever. He steals... Yeah, I mean, he slaps for the Temperament hit, which I think matters. This wave's scary. He never lives. So we just Ancient Synergy up top and save this hit. We give him up here. Give up, my man. It's fine. And now, because of the reduced cost of everything, I can just give him morsels, right? Let's Ice Storm middle, actually. You live, buddy? You do live. If I give you this morsel, you're alive. Impossible. Okay. We're doing fine. Tap on top, unfortunate, but it's cool. Urchin Spines. Crystallis just kills one outright. Flash Freeze. Let's see, 3 come through. If I Flash Freeze this guy, I then get Ancient Synergy for 500 into the boss, which is, it's probably a good enough payout here. He's always going to have units in front of him, so I think this is good. Yeah, and it also means our full attack goes into him. I can play a ton of morsels here. Morsel Blitz hits. Sick, actually. Really good. Good turn for it. We just keep playing morsels up top. I give up on Shadoweater. He did his job. He did great. He did a great job. Go team. We just send top floor. Cool. Play a morsel. We get Ancient Synergy back. Which I will just kill the Darkwings on Seraph's floor for that. Keep playing morsels and stuff. Seems good to me. Right? We send a morsel downstairs, sure. That Shaywings never makes it to Relentless, so I don't really care. I mean, yeah, he dies right here. Boop. Morsel up top. Ancient Synergy up top. Yeah, I mean, we're in really good position, huh? I'll play the pack morsels. I may as well. How much you got? 7 damage shield and 1 lifesteal. So what you do is you play the lifesteal morsel, you shoot the lifesteal morsel, and then you give him an attack morsel, and you play the excavator bottom, and we foregone power for an incant. I mean, our numbers are looking really good here now. We see Urchin Spines on Ancient Synergy. We just kind of send this. We feel really good about ourselves overall. Yeah, alright. Great job. Go team. Cool. Alright. Looks good. Looks good. Shadowbox, doing great work. Alright, that was the easy combat, because there's only so many enemies, and I don't have to deal with sweep, right? So, we just have Soul Guard, face tank, everything. Alright, give me a turn 1 Ancient Synergy, and this I think looks really good. No? Okay. We have the survivability for top floor. The question you have to ask yourself, do I play middle? This is the good floor for it. We basically leak this whole wave, though, if I do not hit that Ancient Synergy in time. Run the math again. Soul Guard plus 2 Sirens is 4, Shadoweater is 3, that's 7. I have 6 right now. I could play it all. I think it really is a combined floor, actually. I mean, it guarantees that we win Relentless. The question is just, do we actually kill the enemies in time? And that is not quite as certain. We have lots of ways of getting through... What is it? Spell Shield on wave 2? Ice Storms will kill backlines, Flash Freezes, Crystallis, Urchin Spines helps just punch those dudes. I think it is mid-floor, actually. I'm really talking about it, and I think it's correct. We have 9 space on mid-floor. I only need 7. It does mean I have 2 morsels a turn, which is 20. Shadoweater probably gets run down anyway. It's true. I can send spare morsels up top to trigger the shadow box. This is the hardest question of this combat. I did not draw really well. And I have draw power here still with the Winged Steel and the Mask of Penumbra enabled. So I see 2 more cards. But the question is, what are they? I definitely win if I play top floor, though. I have the survivability up here for this. I'm taking 10. It's tough. How much spell weakness did we get? Second guy has spell weakness, which means I would need Ancient Synergy to punch that. Crystallis only kills the front dude. I'm going to go mid-floor. I think it actually is much cleaner for what we're trying to do. Yeah. Space Prism, we draw 1. Glad I checked. Shade Splitter, we tank with it and see what we're shown. I should lay this one upstairs in case it's Shadoweater. Wow, look at me. Look at me being so smart. Wow, really? Both of my banner units were top decked there. Unbelievable. I mean, configuring that on turn 1 is pretty great, right? Show me Ancient Synergy, please. Ice Storm's good. It does fine. I do have to incant this floor, so sorry, Shadoweater, you just kind of get punched in the head. We play a morsel up top. I don't think I unnamed tome this wave. It is a lot of damage coming into our friend, but I think it's going to have to be okay. Man, I think he gets run down here, actually. If we hit the Ancient Synergy, maybe not. We can save him 10 at least. That's, what, 2 incants worth of savings? Foregone power. I do need to incant here. Sorry, bud. I need to. Okay, I mean, Shadoweater probably dies, but this is maybe okay. Okay, we see the answers here. I have Crystallis up top. I think I Urchin Spines up top. And we Crystallis that to death. And then we play mid-floor and do our best. Save our friend if possible. It's a little slow. The flash freeze. I should really put this into the redirector downstairs. We actually save our man, which is unbelievable. Hindsight, probably should have kept them separate. It is nice to be able to funnel everything on this floor, but we're probably going to lose Shadoweater as a result of this setup. Play the Excavator up top because I want the Morsel Blitz value. Right, because I'm going to have to start playing Ancient Synergy upstairs in order to clean up these waves is the main problem. What's coming up? It's interesting. Yeah, I don't love it. Maybe pop the damage to Spell Shield here so we actually can Ancient Synergy this dude away. I think I actually need to just kill this Wilt Wings, though. Yeah, fair. Okay. It's not pretty, but it's fine. Let's see, we do get Soul Guard online here. We absolutely unnamed tome this wave. I absolutely pack morsels here, which helps a ton. I mean, I'm just eating an astronomical amount of damage on top floor, which is pretty bad, as it were. We're losing Shadoweater 100%, by the way, which is not what you like to see. Take a Morsel Excavator here. Oh, Urchin Spines, though, huh? That's pretty good. I could kill the front dude. How much is this? 44 times 3 is 132. So he takes 2 hits on this front dude. Even if I flash freeze away that damage shield, or it kills him and I take 50. I will Urchin Spine's middle, actually. I think it is much better. We kill a bunch of units here, which kills the whole floor. Yeah, fine. I accept this hit. This is a sacrifice I'm willing to make here. Should have put that morsel in the back. I will put it back here now, because it lives. Now he actually eats it. It's true, because of spikes. I will, what? I'm taking 55, and then 4 hits, so 28. I mean, I am narrowly not dead. The flash freeze doesn't change anything, so we play it middle. Yeah, fair. Take the Ember Cache here. I mean, let me run the math because I might have just killed myself. It's real close. Real close. That's what? 7 times 4? Okay, plus 50, plus 5. It's 83 damage. We're not dead. A single incant up top might have done it. I mean, that flash freeze doesn't change anything, right? So we are doing a sizable chunk on this combat. We are losing Shadoweater. I definitely think it would have been right to play top floor, by the way. Get an extra turn to scale up on these. Shadoweater might get more chump blockers. Maybe I can actually feed him morsels or something. I don't know. He kind of falls off into this combat. Really not a great unit. We're okay, though. We don't lose. So, fair. Fair enough. Big damage floor. Oh, 4 life. Yep. I can no longer leak anything. We definitely kill mid-floor, fortunately. I cannot take this weight of contrition. It's very bad. I should play the morsel, because you never know what you draw. It's a foregone power. It's not bad. This Ice Storm is bad on bottom. We'll take it middle then. Take the Incants here. They are good. Sure. I do see the power of Vengeful Shard here, which is great news. We get the flash Ancient Synergy here. I did see Dark Wings. Oh god. I'll take the Shade Splitter, which should draw me two units. Get a Grovel. Take it. Okay, fair. Really unfortunate that I can't... Let's see, how do I look? This is a 13 damage fellow, 264. I think I have to Darkwing's Silence middle for sure. Take the Flash Freeze in the back there, and I will Foregone Power this floor. Yeah, it's unfortunate, but I think it's fine. We just keep working on this here. I do need to attempt with all my might to not lose. So this Flash Freeze goes upstairs for sure. We take morsels for sure. Oh, Vengeful Shard. Very conveniently timed, actually. Genius. Goes middle. Let's play the cards out first. Right? Just play the cards. It's a lot of morsels. We like those. Yeah, this is actually really good. We do a Vengeful Shard here. I do the Ancient Synergy here, which should kill an extra unit. I then just have to deal with the Winged Conduit. True. Thank you, Lifesteal, by the way. Ooh, buddy. Ice Storm upstairs. Genius. Urchin Spines here. Good. This wave on the bottom floor, nothing ever gets to my pyre now, is the important point that I want to make. We should hit Oh yeah, we actually super hit the shadow box here, which is great news. Right now, bam, we just send it on the whole floor, which clears our bottom. Great news. I could have saved it for next turn and cleared the Relentless Wave, but I don't think it matters, really. I do, what, 100 per hit? True. How worried am I? I mean, I win Relentless already. I'm doing way too much damage, and he can't get through the lifesteal in front of Soul Guard. So like, I basically traded a really scary first couple of waves in exchange for a free Relentless kill, more or less. Let's see what we draw. It's a Shade Splitter. Sure, I'll play it. I mean, it doesn't really matter where it goes. It just dies. With one spell shield, that's not a lot. I mean, if I go Urchin Spines, it does 100. So here's the deal. I'm going to Urchin Spines, Flash Freeze, and I think I kill him. Yeah, I do. Which lets me send it. A nice casual 910 into the boss here, and I get all my morsels. Cool. That is Relentless. I think I Vengeful Shard that floor. We just need to work on it, I think, right? Crystallis that. Take a morsel, play the morsel, because I could redraw into a Vengeful Shard. I do not. That's great news. Doing another 690 here. I'm just going to make this floor weak, right? We just hit it really hard, and then we discard, and we're good. Yeah, I mean, we very much win from this point. I just need to not lose to Weights of Contrition. Yeah, fair enough. I will draw here. I will save one Ember in case it's an Ember, a Vengeful Shard or something stupid. It's fine. It's actually just free. Cool. Great news, we win. Floor is clean. This is one of the trade-offs, right? I mean, we sacked a ton. I think we win on top floor anyway, but, you know, fair enough. We take the win where we get it. Take 83 damage from that wave. Ooh, buddy. That is a large number that you do not like to see. We were not ramped at that point. Soul Guard was not online, but we win. We take these. In hindsight, I'm pretty confident I could have kept... It's tough. It's really difficult because I have a few things I can say there. You're taking trade-offs is the problem. Shadoweater is not a good backline solution. That's a terrible score. Let's go to the challenge. I'll talk about it there. Okay. Let me talk about my conversation. I wanted to talk about that point. Basically, Shadoweater's not a good backline answer, period, end of story. He's not good because he requires resources, and it's not just morsels. The enemy waves on the Divinity do too much damage. He just gets run down. If you can't survive the waves on Seraph, the Temperate, you're not going to survive Divinity waves. He would have just died no matter what. Probably fed a Harvest Wave or something, I don't know. So, okay. That is a big reason why he is significantly worse than Titan Sentry, because Titan Sentry wants to die and you just play him again, and he's a unit, so you don't care, right? You just play him and forget about him, and oh look, he kills all the backlines and also does a ton of damage to heavies, and you can self-infuse him and he's excellent. You can't even self-infuse Shadoweater to make him good. So it's really tough. It's really difficult, actually. I think Shadoweater's in a pretty nasty spot right now because of that. But he did help in the rest of the run, so fine. So on the Divinity, we traded turn 1 and 2 weakness for a guaranteed win on the Relentless phase, right? There's no universe we lose at that point. As long as I don't leak anything after I'm down to 4 HP, then we're golden. You do need a lot of life to make that trade successfully, right? I did the math in my head and that was fine, and then I verified the math because I scared myself, and we were fine. We had 4 life left. It's okay. I wasn't going to take any. I had the Ember for the cursed turns. We were okay. No issues. We had the tools to win. So, all right, great news. I could have taken that trade and played top floor instead. The problem is, if you want Shadoweater to do anything, then you have to invest resources in him. He needs to take things like grovels. I need to be spending ancient synergies on his floor and such. You saw towards like the middle of that combat, we were just sending every spell middle except for maybe one or two for a leaked backline or something because, Shadow Eater died and he didn't do his job. So I think you get a lot more incants and a lot more relentless power playing middle like that, but you need to ramp fast or be prepared to take these hits. We opted to take hits. I think in hindsight, looking at how the run played out and the draw order, it would have been better to wait and play top. We would have guaranteed to see the ancient synergy on time, and we would have been able to do something about that backline wave, right? It would have been fine. And yeah, I think that would have been much stronger. Also, we saw the space prisms in a weird, awkward order, so we couldn't actually super protect our Shadow Eater early on. He couldn't eat anything in the first couple turns, right? So, really weird draw order, seeing all banner units on top decks from the Mask of Penumbra and Winged Steel. Huge risk there, by the way. If I had not played that turn very carefully, I think we lose. Yeah, I think we lose. The one other big advantage of Shadoweater on that combat, he ate 100 damage from my Sirens before Soul Guard was online. I think it matters, right? Yeah, I mean, we would have potentially lost a Siren. Geez, I don't know. It's tough. Maybe we wouldn't have, but it's hard to say. Shadowbox clutched both on Seraph and on Divinity. Good timing. Hit our relentless floors, cleaned up a bunch of stuff. Felt really good overall. Glad to have taken it. Definitely better than Sigiled Seaweed for sure on that run, but I don't know. It's hard to say. This was not a clean run by any means. I think it was tricky. Even though you saw the multi-strike, you saw minor refraction and the guard. I had the perfect siren here, right? But Incant is, I don't know, dodgy unless you have a ton of card generation and you don't. It's tough. I don't really know what else to tell you. I mean, we win Relentless. We won the run, but I don't know. You never really feel too strong when you have Incants. And you just kind of have to deal with it. You need to support it with big spells. So, like, this Ancient Synergy was huge. Now, the only other thing I could think of is maybe that Siren Song would have been stronger. Double stack Siren Song, dupe that thing. That card is nuts. It just auto kills most waves except for mini bosses, pretty much. It's true. It's true. I think if you had taken the cheater's hand, though, you absolutely click that Siren Song. It does make it weird with the Winged Steel and the Mask of Penumbra. You probably don't take these, or maybe you do. I don't know. The run looks very different. But yeah, he tried. Shadoweater, he did fine. He helped on the run. I think he was a necessary card on the run, and he did fine in Divinity, but he just dies, right? I don't know. He's not good in his current form. He is. It's like compare him to Titan Sentry, and he's just so bad. Just so bad. But anyway, that's enough on that. I want to see what the other person did here. I'm going out of order. All right, what do you have? Titan Channel, of course. You have the Guard and the Nameless Siren. So you took the Siren of the Sea Infusion. Oh, you made a large stone. I think that's a mistake. Although I guess you could have taken the minor refraction eventually, but it's possible you did not see it. So, okay. Yeah, this is not how you assemble an incant line. I mean, look at mine. You have two big Siren hits behind Soul Guard. That's pretty much what you need, right? You didn't take Shadoweater, so I have no idea how you would deal with backlines here. It's tough. I mean, you have the same ancient synergy at least. I see why this falls apart in survivability, is the important thing. You saw a vapor funnel, which is really cool, but the problem is you're still eating all those backline hits. Yeah, you eat all these backline hits, and I suppose you were taking cold stones to try your hardest at survival. It's fine. It's actually not bad if you're eating a lot of damage. Your run is quite different than mine. And yeah, it looks like you lost in Relentless here. So you lacked the oomph needed. And I think what really does that is not having the Incant Armor 2 in your Siren. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, pretty sure. Let's see. How many removals you have? Only 2 foregone powers left. And Shade Splitter situation, you had 4. So you actually got more removals than I did. You went for the removals on Ring 7, I'm willing to bet. Yeah. Yeah, true. I think your run looks much better if you either find the minor refraction for your Siren and dupe it, or you do guard into Siren. It's interesting. It's interesting. I could see this. I'm actually surprised you did so well on Divinity. 88% damage. That's close, right? That is close. I would have expected this to take a lot more given your line, but fair. I mean, we sacked it, right? 83 damage to us on Divinity, but that was just like my line. That was all about my choice. I think we take a lot less if I play top floor, is the trick there. So, and Shadoweater did work, so it's cool. I think we take a lot less if we play top floor. And that's a useful lesson, I think. I would have accepted that loss. I was pretty sure it wins. We had enough life. We cut it close, though. 4 life remaining. Yeah, I think you have to play this top, unless you have, what is it? Founding Seal is the important one. That scales you twice as fast. I think that works. But I don't think you ever set up Soul Guard quick enough. I don't know. It's an interesting choice. I think in the future, I probably will just assume I set up top. We have enough armor generation on this floor to absolutely win Relentless and get there, so it's no problem. You generate 4 a spell, which is enough. You play 3 spells and you outpace the Divinity, and we always play more than 3, so no worries. Yeah, no worries. Cool. All right. Awesome. Well, that's everything I've got for you. It is another win for 42 on the series. It's not very impressive, but we did win at least. This run was not, I don't know if I would call it cursed, but I would call it quite awkward. It was awkward. I mean, I'm playing Shadoweater, okay? That run automatically has to be awkward. So, anyway, that's enough. Like I said, it brings us up to 42 on the series, so hell yeah. And hey, thanks a lot for watching this. I really appreciate your time. As always, you can give the video a like or a dislike if you want. You can subscribe to the channel if you want to see more. And stay tuned for what's next. Take care, folks.